Hi guys, it's Michelle Patterson here with Angel Souls, and these are your December 2015 and 2016 overview readings. And for this time, I'm going to be using a whole bunch of different decks depending on your sign, but definitely for the month of December, I will be pulling a color card from the Ina Segal Secret Language of Color Oracle card deck, and then I might be using for your sign. I think I'll be using these for the year, I think, for 2016, because it just feels right. So the Angel Chatter Archangel Oracle deck by Christine Alexandria, who you know I love. So there's that one. Maybe the Magdalene Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno, because there's a lot of stuff to read here at the end of the year, so I want to have like lots of different decks so it doesn't get boring, right? And we don't have a whole lot of like repeating cards and things like that. So also the Angel Feather Oracle by Michelle Newton, or maybe the Angel Therapy Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. And if you would like a personal reading with me, this is a very busy time of the year for me. I'm going to keep that wait time at 20 days. I know people have a problem with that already, and I get it. You know, it's kind of, you know, having to wait 3 weeks for a reading. I know that can get a little like, come on. But there are people out there who have year-long wait lists. Oh, yes. So, yeah, so if you want to get in line for a reading, go ahead and do that. It's angelsouls444.com. Go to the services page. And of course, if you would like to support me on Patreon, I will leave all that information down below. Oh, I also wanted to mention the artwork behind my head. This is from Sonia Shannon. I don't know if you can see it all that well with my big head in the way. It's really beautiful, and she even has a message going around the border. I highly recommend that you check her out, and I will leave her website down below as well. So let's get to it. Hi there, Gemini. Let's see what's going on for you for December 2015, and then we will go into the 2016 overview. I always like just tuning in to see if I get a hit. I don't know why this popped into my head. I remember I did a personal reading for somebody one time, and months later, actually this just happened kind of recently, months later she comes back to me and says, I didn't like my reading. All you did was sit there and talk. You didn't even explain the cards very well. And I was just sort of like, what? Girl, I was channeling a message for you. What are you talking about? So now every time, like, I'm just waiting to see if like a message comes in. I was kind of wondering, I'm like, are people thinking that I'm not actually doing the reading because I don't have cards yet? Like, that's not how the readings work. You know, the messages are coming through me. This is just, you know, a little prompter sometimes. So I hope that makes sense. But that always, you know, sometimes people just come up and they give you a perspective, and it really just makes you stop and go, okay. So I really am working, I promise. Okay. But right here, right now, I'm not getting too much of a channel message at this time. So, okay. So you have a lot of these like light color, well, besides this indigo card, but this is about your third eye, your intuition, all that good stuff. But you have embrace change, treat yourself an angel of kindness. So really let December be a light month for you. No matter what's going on around you, no matter what's being expected of you, okay? Always come back to you, come back to your breath. And that's what this Indigo Angel Feather card is saying. Time to meditate. The angels are ready to assist you with development of your psychic perception and visual acuity during meditation. But again, this feels very much like a coping mechanism. But you can do it. And I think like for a lot of you guys, you've just gone through so many changes, which is what the next card is talking about, that maybe you're still acclimating, or maybe you're still tweaking your sort of like new existence, if we may call it that, okay? So the Cream Angel Feather card says, embrace change. The angels applaud your willingness to embrace change with acceptance and maturity, even if it's uncomfortable. You're at this time where you might be going back and reflecting over the year going, I have come a long way. You know, that was not easy to get through, but okay, but I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I started that new business, or I'm glad I made that move, or I'm glad maybe you had to end a relationship, whatever it is for you, okay? You're going back and saying, this is good, and I'm making positive steps forward. So you're giving yourself a little bit of credit, which is good, okay? Or at least if you're not, remember to do so. And that's again where meditation will come in handy, because that is the moment where you're kind of quieting down all of the noise going around you, right? And all maybe even the negative self-talk that kind of goes away, and you can see the truth of a situation. So the next card we have for December is Salmon Pink Angel Feather. Make sure you are treating yourself. So when stuff starts getting busy, and I know the end of the year is crazy busy for everybody. Nothing is simple, right? There's so many things that have to be done. But this is saying just take your appropriate time out and make sure that you are, again, breathing, meditating, making sure that you are doing something for you. And I'm hearing nourishment and nurturing. So for you guys, it's very much about your physical body. So make sure you're scheduling like your massages, make sure you're taking your saltwater baths, make sure you're feeding yourself with good food, taking in lots of water. Yeah, because it's such a stressful time of year. Even if you're handling, like you personally are handling the stress like a champ, other people around you may not be. And we are all connected. And so we kind of like vibrate on the same line sometimes. So you know how you are, you're like feeling chill, you walk into a room and everybody's like running around like crazy people, and it might only take like a few minutes and then you're like, oh, okay, I gotta get out of here. Like you guys drive me nuts or whatever. So just make sure that you're taking time out for yourself to sort of reset, regenerate, whatever it is that you need. Okay. Like I said, it says treat yourself. The angels ask you to take some time out purely for yourself today, rejuvenate your soul. Some of the things that I really love doing when I'm just feeling like clogged up. And again, any reader out there will tell you this time of year is when we get a lot of reading requests. For me, it usually starts in November. It can go as late as March. For whatever reason, those are like the big months. People are giving them as gifts or whatever. And it can be kind of like, it can just really like choke you. You know what I mean? And it's really important for you to just, again, plug back into you and plug back into your soul. So again, I'm just telling you that story because I'm saying I get it. Like the end of the year can be, there's a lot of responsibilities on you, a lot of people vying for your attention, a lot of pressure, whatever. So there, you got this weird mix. I'm going to get to the last card here in a second. There's this weird mix of sort of going back over the year and sort of reflecting, and yet having like people in your face and you're like, man, I just need a moment. And now you're reflecting and now people are in your face again, like all this stuff. So, just not everybody should have sort of, what do I want to say, like free reign to just come up and take some of your energy. Okay. They're not entitled to it. Okay. But again, I think you're going to be handling it just fine if you listen to all this advice here, because we have the angel of kindness here. So I think this is going to be a good month for you. I think you're going to be in your equilibrium. I think you'll be able to kind of work it out, whatever's happening. Apricot Angel Feather, Angel of Kindness. The angels applaud the acts of kindness that you perform regularly for others and your thoughtful, caring communication style. Some of you are going to be like the glue that's holding the family together. And just because you're the glue doesn't mean that you're not affected by the things going on. But you might be like the calm presence when everybody else is freaking out. Okay, is basically what we're getting at here. Let's see what else is. Yeah, I think a lot of you are going to have an uptake of professional responsibilities. So here we go again. There's this feeling for you guys that, I don't know, like you're having to cover for someone. There's just a lot more work. Are you trying to hurry up and get all your year-end summaries done or things turned in, and your plan for the following year or whatever? And they're asking you not to let that drag you down. Okay. So especially if you have a big project that's due, let's say in December, the day it gets turned in, right after work, maybe go get that massage, or right as soon as it's turned in, go home and take a nice hot bath, or treat yourself to a really beautiful, healthy meal that like tastes amazing. And yes, it's possible. It just takes a lot of time, which I don't usually do. I go to places to do that. Let somebody else cook it. You know what I mean? But, just make sure you're treating yourself in some way. And remember, you're not just feeding your body, you have to feed your soul. Very important for you. Okay, so your color card for this month is dun, 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 red. Red. Free yourself from pain. The number's 2. You got this. Like, you're just like, no, you ain't gonna make me feel unsafe. Nope, I've been through a lot of stuff this year. Nope. We're not playing this game. Nope, or whatever. But you have come out of it. You've come through probably a lot of tests in the past several months, and now you're just kind of getting to the end of the year and you're just kind of handling things in a healthier way. But look at this red. It reminds me of root chakra. So feeling safe, by choice. Isn't that interesting? So feeling safe because you're like Deepak Chopra says, I'm going to choose the miracle, right? You can choose the miracle. So that's what you're doing this month. You're taking a whole fresh perspective. Hopefully you're indulging a lot of self-care, and really maintaining. Yeah, they're just saying maintain that equilibrium. Come into it and maintain it no matter what's going on. And this in turn will open a lot of beautiful things for you. Okay, like while everybody else is freaking out and going, what am I going to do for money or whatever? And you're like, oh, look at that, I got a check. And I've seen it happen. It's happened for me when you just kind of, and it's not even like full-blown manifesting. It's just taking a nicer approach to life and just sort of appreciating what you have and knowing that good things are going to come to you, and then they do. I know. I don't think it has to be complicated, right? All right, guys, so let's clear this away and let's get to your 2016 portion of this video. I'm just going to focus here on your sign for the year. Okay. Got cards flying out all over the place. What's going on? Trust. Gentle heart. Break out of your shell. There's another sign I got. Angelic power. Oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite cards in this deck. But there was another sign I got, very similar cards. I don't remember which one. Sorry. Okay, but let's start from the beginning. For 2016, you can approach this any way that you feel comfortable. If you want to look at these like quarterly, I'm treating it like it's an overall message for the entire year, but however you're comfortable, you know how to receive in your message. So take it for whatever it means to you. Okay, Archangel Ariel is the first card. Trust. Trust all is well, or trust that all is well. Open your heart to receive this inner knowing. And it's funny because we have Gentle Heart as the next card. So this is you trusting your instincts. This is you trusting that you know what's best for you. You know when you need a break. You know when you need to retreat. And again, I know firsthand what that's like when you try to set a boundary with somebody or whatever, and they just want to attack you and telling you. I even had one person tell me that if I say no to them, I'm saying no to spirit. I mean, I've had like things where I wasn't even allowed to say no to things, right? Get your strength, okay? And trust that when you are, again, you know what's best for you. You're listening to your own guidance, but trusting that when you're guided to say no to something, it might be, no, I can't help you with that holiday party. Okay, no, I can't. I'm too busy, or whatever. Just trust that that's what you needed to do in that moment, and you don't need to feel any guilt about that. Okay, but that trust message, it's just going to carry over the whole year. It's just carrying over the whole year and saying, trust your intuition, trust your instincts. I don't care what's going on in the world. I don't care what people are telling you to do. Okay, you know what's best for you. All right. So it's interesting because that kind of like, I feel like it kind of latches on to December and then kind of carries over the whole year. So that's kind of why it's kind of like that big, it's not like a clear break. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of really intense in the beginning of the year as well, where maybe that trust of self and maybe even trust of the universe is tested a little bit. But I think you're going to be fine. I think you're going to pass with flying colors. Okay? The next card we have is Archangel Raphael. Gentle heart. Place your hands gently over your heart and say, I love you. Repeat. So here we go. Here's that self-care again. Trusting yourself, loving yourself, opening your heart. This year should be very heart-focused. I mean, what year wouldn't be heart-focused? But if you are somebody who, if you've been carrying a lot of hurt around for a while, this would be the year that you come to terms with that. Or if you have really been down on yourself for a very long time, this is the year that you remedy that, okay? It's all about self-love. It's about realizing how worthy you are, okay? And just how precious you are to this world and to people around you, whether it feels that way or not. I mean, if people are taking advantage of you, I get it. It could kind of not feel so nice all the time. But you always have you. You always have you. So kind of remind yourself that you're there and that you always have that resource of love, okay? Next card we have for 2016 is Archangel Jophiel. Break out of your shell. Feel your own divinity, right? More of that. Race through your body as you step forth and claim who you truly are Be true to you. So if you've still been hiding who you are, if you still have been kind of tiptoeing around whatever this means for you, you are blossoming in this coming year. And you're going to see this play out, I think, in your everyday stuff. I mean, you know, when you love yourself and you believe in yourself, work doesn't seem like work because you probably went off and did something that really resonates for you. When you truly love yourself, that's where you can let love in, right? It goes on and on and on. But it's time for you to try some new things. It's time for you to come out and be that butterfly. I know. There it is. It's almost like cliche now for us to be like, you got to transform into that butterfly. But, you know, it's time to come on out and be you, and don't be afraid. There is also a lot of you this year stepping up to the next level of your spirituality, which can almost like feel like you're being blinded by the light a little bit, but you will acclimate and you will be okay. That feels like it's like 3/4 of the time through the year, 3/4 through the year. Gentle, gentle, gentle. You just have to be really gentle with yourself and don't push anything. Okay? And it'll happen. Again, you'll get used to it. It's like someone turning on the light when you've been sitting in the dark for so long. You're like, you know, but you'll get used to it. All right. So the final card we have is that awesome card that I love so much. It's Archangel Michael, Angelic Power. Feel your own angelic being come alive. And isn't that interesting? Because we have this sort of, where is that? Yes, here it is. That self-love card, right? And this is saying tap into the angelic aspect that you have of you. You know, the angels have been such a huge presence, especially in most recent years, that it's almost like they're kind of sprinkling their energy around us so that we can start being less egocentric, because angels don't have an ego, right? So that we can kind of love almost in the way that they love. Now, we are not made of angel stuff per se, but I don't think they mind sharing a little bit of their magic every once in a while. So take it in and open up that angelic cord that you have. It's what makes it so that you can hear the angels. You know what I mean? So really strengthen that this year, and watch how you have probably some really beautiful encounters. I'm really excited for you. It's not going to be like a year of like everything's positive, skippy dippy, you know, hopping over rainbows, like whatever. No, I mean, it's like real life. But if you know what you're looking for, if you know how to recognize a miracle when it's occurring, you will really realize just how fortunate you are and how loved you are by the universe. Okay? So there it is. Of course, I love you, and have a great, great year and a great December, guys. Take care.